Good afternoon, everybody, and how are you feeling today? Here I am with my money management talk. I promised you for 1 p.m. on Saturday. It is 1 p.m. Hello, Georgie. Thank you for joining me. Money management talk. Money management during turbulent times. So that's important for us to realize that these are turbulent times. And money management is the first thing. Hi, sister. I'm not on YouTube because I have to post it later on YouTube. But what I'm doing today is reminding you guys that, hey, these are turbulent times. And during turbulent times, it's very difficult for us to manage our money. Prices are going up. But although it's a money talk, I need to tell you about me. I am Tessa-Marie, naturally I am, and my big goal in life is to enlighten, educate, and encourage everyone I meet to manage their money, their life successfully. The thing is, so no matter where you are in life, what you're doing in life, you can live a fulfilled life. You do not have to live a life that is not to your liking or fulfilled. What I do, I guide you with the 5 pillars of prosperity to get to that point. So the 5 pillars of prosperity are emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, and financial, right? And it doesn't matter how old you are. You can choose to embrace them at any time. Even if you're over 20, it is still beneficial for you to realize I can live a fulfilled life. And the thing is, I have the tools, I have the experience, I have the know-how. So your age, starting at 20, embracing those 5 pillars, or starting at 80 and embracing them, you still got to embrace them. And once you embrace the 5 pillars of prosperity, you are on your way to living a fulfilled life of your choice. A life where you drive your own car, you have your own home, you go on as many vacations as you want, you have money in a retirement fund, a 401k, and of course, you have disposable income to do everything you want to do, to buy that $65 bottle of wine and drink it with your best girlfriend and fall asleep, have a great night's sleep, knowing that I am living the life of my choice. Or you might be a teetotaler and only have tea or water. But the thing is, with me, you will learn to live a fulfilled life. That's what I do. So we're going through turbulent times. We are going through times where the cost of living is going up. The 401ks and the RSPs are going down. But we have to live within those two things. These two parameters, we are in the middle of it. 401k, retirement funds, taking a beating on the left. Expensive for everything on the right, and the only soul there in the middle is you. The only one stomping on the ground. Pum, I'm going, I have to make it, I will make it, I know how to make it. Affirmations are flying out of your brain by the minute. Gratitude is flying out of your pen. You're writing the gratitudes everywhere you are. Suddenly at the bus stop, you decide, I'm going to write a gratitude on the bus stop. I am grateful I can stand and wait for the bus today. That's what we have to do. But there is more. They said 6.1%, the cost of living went up in so many different countries, some of them even more. But they didn't say that retirement income or work income went up by 6.1%, did they? No, they didn't say it. They said, buckle up, you're in for a rough ride. Well, I have some tips for you. I'm going to give you a few tips today. I'm going to tell you where to start. We are all going through turbulent times financially. So let us look at what we're doing for our money. You guys saw my shorts. I talked about my experience, me, the financial guru. I've been in finance since I was 12. I remember working with my dad on his income tax return. So I understand those little numbers very well. And there I am, and I decided this week, you know what? Let me check what kind of subscriptions are going through my account. I do not let subscriptions go through my credit card. At least I knew that. So the teacher needs to be taught. So you ever heard the saying, physician, teach thyself, cure thyself, heal thyself. That happened to me this week. OMG. I had 3 subscriptions. They weren't big, but you're looking at something or you're reading something and they say, oh, subscribe for 90 days, for 30 days. And we all jump and do it. And we subscribe. So this week, when I realized I had that, I went and I decided, you know what? Let me cancel these subscriptions. So I made a short, how to cancel these subscriptions. And then I remembered my friend Yuko. I had already warned her about a subscription she canceled. It wasn't that she shouldn't have canceled it, but it was fairly big amount, $15 a month. And when she canceled it, she was really proud because we've been talking about it. And her son said to her, oh, you can watch the video without, for a few minutes for commercial. So she said, yeah, I can. Why not? So she canceled it. And she was so proud because she is on a thing to make sure she saved money. And I've been helping her with that. Every penny counts. So she told me. And then I listened and she was so excited. I couldn't blow her bubble. And then finally I said, you got to do this. You have to do it, Tessa-Marie. You have to do it. I know you're going to blow the bubble, but do it. So I said, Yuko, what do you do with the money? I'm trying to be really calm because you know me. I'm like, what do you do with the money? So, well, it's in my account. I said, oh, okay. So the money is in your account, right, Yuko? Yeah, it is. So I said, what did you do with it then? She said, what do you mean? I said, well, you stopped giving it to X, Y, and Z company. So therefore, you should have it in your account somewhere. Can you tell me where it is? No, I can't. It's in my checking account. I go, oh, checking account your paycheck's going to die. Account your money go to disappear. That account. And Yuko's face went blank. And she said, oh my God, I'm going to Japan in November. And I plan to give my mom a great time. So you think that, hi Deborah, how are you this afternoon? You think that money would help? I said, well, 150 is 10 months and that is $150. That can be a nice little dinner in Japan for yourself and your mom and your sister and your niece. And she goes, yeah. And that's when she realized what I've always taught. If you stop giving the money to a company, and you put the money back into the bottomless account called your pay account, your checking account, money goes there to die. Money goes there so it can leave you. Money goes in that account so it can take off and go help others get rich. Anybody but you. The only way you can make money make you rich is to take money and go, turn it around and say, you are going where I want you to go. The minute money comes into the checking account, your pay account, it goes there to die. Remember that. It's the graveyard of money. And it has no pit. You can't even find the grave because it just disappears into nothingness. So Yuko did that. And she went to her online and she transferred $15 a month from the checking account into a savings account called her vacation account. So I found myself, but I go crazy at Christmas. So I put mine in my Christmas account because there's no limit when Christmas comes for me. I will not say this, or I just let it all go because that's what I saved it for. So that is the first tip I'm going to give you. You find things are tight. You're wondering how you can pay for your daughter's birthday present, your son's birthday present, your husband's birthday gift, or Christmas or something, or the wedding gift. Hey, check your subscriptions. Check your checking account. Check your credit cards, all of them. And then, are you using it? Are you? I had extra, I had cable, right? I do have cable. But I don't watch TV. I don't have the time to sit and watch TV. I catch the news while I'm putting my makeup or I'm getting dressed. That's when I know what the weather is going to be like. That's when I know what is the most important news item of the day, and that is the time it takes to get dressed and have the makeup, and after that, it's done for me. So I'm wondering one day, why am I paying all of this? So that was how one of the subscriptions I went, oh my gee, I'm paying for things I'm not using. Okay. So the other one you have to look at is this one. Really? how many bags of flour do you need in the house, or rice, or pasta, or Mr. Noodle, or ramen noodles? How many? Do you need a case of each all the time? And because it's on sale at the supermarket, it does not mean you have to buy it. That is not what it means. It means it's on sale. The supermarket wants to make money, and the manufacturers and the producers of those goods want to make money. It does not come with a caveat, well, okay, that is when Georgette or Deborah or Don should buy it because it's on sale. No. That is not why you should buy it. It's on sale. You can wait and you will get it another time. Trust me, you'll get it another time. I'll tell you why. My husband worked for one of the big chains in Canada. And he's always said to me, you know, I don't know why people rush when we have something on sale, especially something from a manufacturer. Because you see, every manufacturer or producer of that goods want every supermarket chain to sell it to their customers so they make money. So this week they give it to Target, next week to Walmart, next week to Tops, next week to Loblaws, next week to No Frills, next week to this one or that one. That's how they do it. So the person at the top, the manufacturer, he's the one making money. That's why there's so few of them at the top, right? And even if you want a surprise, do you know that the supermarkets only make pennies on products that they sell? They don't make big profits on grocery products and produce. You know where they make the money? The shelf space. So that is number 3, the shelf space. When you go to a supermarket and you stand to look at something and it's right here, eye level. Hello. That's the most expensive item because it's at eye level. Customer doesn't have to stretch up. Certainly, customer does not have to bend to the floor to get the cheaper brand. So these brands pay for the eye-level shelves. Boom, boom, hand. And that is that they know us so well. My husband told me, he gave me a lesson. He said, Tess, everything is tailored so when you get in there, you can spend money you do not even have. And that is why whatever you go there to get is at eye level. You're swinging your head like the parrot in the Australian commercial. Okay. Because that's what they want you to do. But I heard a report this week, and things are desperate, right? Desperate times calls for desperate measures. So a big time guru sitting with his tie and he's there talking, and he maybe never cook a steak in his life. Maybe a steak. He's never cooked a chicken pie in his life. And he's sitting there, and he had a good idea. He said that, and then he said, you know, the brand names and the store names are already the same quality. And people don't understand that. They don't see that. They don't look for that. But let me tell you, I know inside out. My husband worked for the supermarket chain, right? He said, Tess, you see the No Frills item, the Loblaws item, the Target brand, the this one brand, and the that one brand? I said, yeah. He said, they don't make a special batch for them. If Kraft is doing it, if Diamond is doing it, if this one is doing it, some companies producing their brand, McCain's and all of that, and no name wants potatoes, they just sell them potatoes under the no name banner. Same thing with toilet paper. The brand name of the companies of toilet paper is just as good as all the other fancy name that shows you. I don't know what a bear has to be with me going to a bathroom. I don't know why they think we're so stupid that if they show me a commercial of a family of bears, black bears, using toilet paper, that's the one I would buy. It just, you know, every time I see that, I look at this commercial and I'm going, you really want me to think mine and theirs are the same? Why do you do that to humans? Why is marketing considering us to be so stupid? And then we follow it. It's like the Pied Piper. Come with me. I have the goods for you. And when you get there, they have nothing. They steal the little you have. They take your clothes and your shoes and they send you home empty. But my husband told me, and then this guru said it yesterday, that the store-bought brands are just as good as the name brand, and it's really the same producer that produces for the name brand. Do you think, he said, They're going to make a new recipe just for that store? Same recipe, different name. I can even relate that to that fatherly. Once I was visiting my parents and my father was having a go at one of my brothers. And my mom looked at me and I looked at her and I said, you know, Mom, different house, different son, same conversation. And she said, oh my, she started laughing because when I heard that conversation, at that time, they were always in the house in the city to the businesses. And that day, he was on the estate talking to my brother. And I looked at my mom and we go, different house, different son, same conversation. So that's what you have to remember. They just put the brand name on the item. They are not going to mix a new batch for that store. They just use the same recipe, they package it, they send their packaging, they put it in there and they send it away. That's those tips I have for you. I come from inside of TD Toronto Dominion Bank. And I worked there for many years. Banking is one of the 5 pillars of prosperity under the banner of financial. I can teach you how. I can take you through this because I know what is expected of you. And I did I don't know if it was a live or something, and I really appreciated that person that sent me that comment. And she is 23 years old. And I don't know exactly all of the topic because I do so many of them. But this one was, she said, I am 23 and I don't think I'll be able to buy a home of my own. And it saddened me. Not because she's 23 and the chances are she will not be able to buy a home of her own, but it's because she's already feeling that, which is funny. Different girl, different time, same conversation was spoken into my ear. I remember when we decided to buy our home, my cousin who was here we went to school here, said to me, you know, why don't you wait until the prices of houses dropped? But again, you know, if I was talking to my somebody yesterday, and I said, if somebody wants me, or my sister, if somebody wants me to do something, all they have to tell me is not do it. And that was just crazy. So it was the opposite, not buy a house at that time. And I thought, oh my God, we have sufficient money, we have an income, we saved the money, we have more than the minimum down payment. Why should we keep renting and wait for houses to drop? Let me tell you something. I told the young lady, listen, our paycheck, my paycheck was $263 every 2 weeks. Gross. Before taxes. Our savings started at $1.75. Together, 2 people, husband and wife. And when he got a 25 cents raise, we saved it. I worked for the government. They gave us a $3.50 raise, and you got $3.25 after tax. We saved it. And we had sufficient money to buy the house. Had we waited for the price of houses to drop in 1969 to something else, we might still be waiting. So I said to the young lady, you're 23. And your salary must be 10 times more than mine, or it's more. It's certainly more, was at the time. Yes, the price of houses are also high. But if you have a plan, a financial plan, a sustainable financial spending plan, you can do anything you want. A plan of action, shifting your paradigm, making yourself uncomfortable, looking at things in the store and deciding, I cannot do this. I want a home. I cannot buy it. Another bottle of $400 cream is not going to prevent wrinkles or take those I have away. I have perfume at home that is not finished. It's not complete. You know when your perfume is complete? It's when you take the stopper off and drop it in your underwear drawer. Then it's really complete. There's nothing left in it. You're hoping the fumes get there and scent everything for you. So you have to restrain, shifting paradigm. You have to stop eating out. It's uncomfortable not to always have takeout. It's uncomfortable not to always have all of those things. Best bottle of wine, another pair of shoes, every pair a change of outfit, every time you sniff something new. Of course. When you shift your paradigm, you end up doing something that is uncomfortable, scary. But you have to do it if you want to succeed. And that's what you will learn when you hang with me. So one of the things I'm saying to you today, while we do on these videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays are not long, because I come here just to let you know that you have somebody on your side. You have somebody in me that will be honest and truthful to you about what you can do with your money. It all is not lost. You still can do it. It's a decision and it's a choice. When you shift your paradigm and you're uncomfortable because you have let go of the negative and you have embraced the positive. I can do it. I've got this. I believe in me. Consistency is painful. Consistency is challenging. Determination now is grit. Pure old-fashioned grit. Holding on to that. Because if you do not do this, you're not getting anywhere financially. It doesn't matter how old you are. I said that at the beginning of my videos, and I want to remind you of that. Even if you're over 20 and you're breathing, you can still live a fulfilled life. It doesn't matter how old you are. It matters what it is you desire to have. I don't know why though. Desire to have. Because you can live a fulfilled life by choosing the things that are good for you. You have to look at what it does. What you're wasting. And on Wednesday, I'm going to talk about where you have to shop first before you go shopping, especially for grocery. And under what condition should your belly be when you go to the shopping grocery part? For example, if you hear it rumbling, and you haven't eaten yet, don't go shopping. Go back home and eat something, please. Have a poached egg and a piece of cheese, protein, and then go. And if you don't have eggs, because eggs is expensive in America, fine, then have a piece of cheese. Have a piece of chicken. Get something and put in there. Do not go to the supermarket with an empty stomach. By the time you leave the supermarket, regret will have been already etched on your brow. And you'll be too ashamed to go fix it by taking it back and getting the money you spent. So to avoid all of that, make sure you do not go shopping on an empty tummy. So we'll talk about that on Wednesday. I want to see what your comments are, if you have any comments there. Waiting in line to cash out. You see all the goodies. You think? Deborah is feeling fantastic. Georgie, that's so nice of you to drop by. How is Florida doing? Waiting in line, Don said. And then, thanks, Tessa-Marie, for helping me with my future. Now I am happily retired. Oh, thank you. Deborah said she had no sound. So I don't know what's going on, guys. So you guys on TikTok, how are you doing today? I see I have Lisette, I have Ari, and I have Solomon over here. How are you guys doing? How do you find these little chats that I have about money? Let me know. I'm having a huge glass of water, a cup of water. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how it affects you, Ari. Say something, guys. You know, because the thing about it is, you tell me what you get out of it, I give you more, so you can have more. So anyway, I have to go produce some videos to post online for next week. So I'm so happy to have brought this to you guys today, and see you on Wednesday, Money Wednesday and Money Saturday. Those are the days we talk about mostly money, but during the week I do all kinds of things. So join me at 8 a.m. on Monday. Tomorrow, I don't know, maybe I'll cook something and share it with you guys. Apparently, my golden triangle tea is a hit. A lot of people are drinking it. It's good for you, you know, very good. Some lady said it gives you amazing dreams. That's nice. She said her dreams are clearer. So why not join and see what you get? But let me know how you're feeling. The 3 E's. You like the 3 E's, eh? Enlighten, educate, and encourage. Thanks, Georgie. There's a book. Another book. Look at all those books over there. Can you see those books? I changed the plaque. That is the one for YouTube, and this is the one for Instagram. It has to be upside down, right? So it has to be like this. It's upside down. That's when you can read it. See, you can't read it this way, but if I put it this way, then you can. I don't know. Well, give me the title. I'm writing a lot of books right now too, so I'm having a lot of fun with that. So bye guys, everybody. Bye everybody on TikTok. See you soon. See you on Monday. Take care. Have a great day. And hello, you guys. I see Dawn is there. And it's Georgie. So thank you guys. I'll let you guys go. So take care. Have a great day. Bye.